Welcome back to Fighters Drinking Coffee. We are your hosts,
Scott Dance
and Michael Sutherland, and with a combined 40 years of grappling experience, we are here to help you with your jiu-jitsu training. We did shit the hard way, and hopefully you don't have to. So, Scott, there's sometimes in jiu-jitsu gyms you have those guys that they're like rivals, in like a fun way, right? You have those guys that they started around the same time. They're kind of like battle buddies, but they're the ones that push each other a little bit more than other people, just in terms of maybe they're roughly the same size, and they're always like neck and neck and like kind of vying for position. And I don't know, maybe other people bet on who's getting promoted first, or who's gonna win. You have your little gambling pools on the side, right? And so I don't know, I have a couple guys like this.
Me too.
I coach, and I'm like, we should talk about that, the benefit and like the importance of the internal competition within a gym, right? Like we talk about competing and all of that, but there's also, you can compete with other people that you train with in a productive way, a productive manner, right? And yeah, a lot of the time it's guys that you're right around the same rank with. They're not always the same size as you. Sometimes it works out that way where you guys are, roughly you're within range. Like kind of back in the day, like at Nova, right? Just as like an example, like it was always like me, Stan, and Nick. Like we were all kind of around the same belt levels at the same time. It's like we were always kind of like battling it out, right?
I like that.
And so you're always like, oh, well, let me get this one over on this guy, and oh shit, he got one over on me. Now I need to get him back, and so like you get this little bit of
or you feel like nervous because you missed class. Like, dude, I bet those guys aren't missing class.
Shit,
I gotta go.
Oh, he did 3 classes a week. I only did 2. I need to do another one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do double this day.
That's right.
So a little bit of that. And we'll frame some other forms of like internal competition, but I think that's a good place to start. Because those are your battle buddies, right? Like that's the guy that you probably started with, and you guys you're going to carry each other through this whole thing. Hopefully, if you guys are lucky, maybe you get your black belts together. That'd be cool as shit. And that's the guy that keeps you accountable, keeps you showing up. So, let's.
I have
get into it.
I'll never forget, man. Shout out to my man Kelly back in Kentucky. I don't know if he's still doing it, man. I think he moved or something, but I had this exact, as a white belt, exact bro training partner who he and I started I think within a week of one another, and we went to a lot of the same classes together. So we were just constantly training with each other. And I remember early on, when we were really just learning this stuff, we would kind of he'd sub me a couple times here, I'd sub him a couple times there, but pretty quickly we got to where we were very neck and neck. Then we would go through months where no one would score, no one would submit each other for months, because we were we were each other's main training partner.
Yeah, you guys got each other figured out.
Yeah,
they're just shit, I need to learn something new.
But awesome, but great training, good dude, always on great terms. Homies, like I said, I hope he's still trained, because shout out to Kelly, dude, if you're out there somewhere, I hope you're still doing it. Hopefully, I don't know if you're on Instagram, you're in the world of podcasts, I hope this finds you, but he'll remember me. Man, we go way back. Damn, that's hilarious. But dude, it was awesome. It was awesome having that, and what I was saying earlier about it's dude, there's an accountability to it that I like, where it's yo, man, me and Kelly are always going to class. If he wouldn't go to class, I might be yo, dog, where were you? Or whatever.
Bro, I learned this sick new move. I'm going to hit it on you next time.
Yeah. Fun stuff like that. But yeah, dude, it's a really good thing. I think especially early on when you're when you first start off in jiu-jitsu, or maybe when you're kind of mid tenure and you're, you need to stay motivated. I think it's cool to have that. It's good to have these little extra little bonuses to keep you on the mat and keep you consistently training. I think of it as accountability, because it's now we're talking about a little bit of comparison, a little bit like other bros, like on the mat, like all good stuff. But yeah, and like we definitely were competitive. We would beat the crap out of each other. It's like shitty white belts, but like sure we felt like we were awesome at the time. We weren't, but
well, there's actually something with that too, right? Like having that person who's also like at the equal level of suck as you, that because you guys do make each other feel.
It's a real peer.
You can feel so much better because like, oh, like we're beating, dude, we're so good. Like it, yeah, you have that real like true peer that's like actually, you know, it does make you feel good about your jiu-jitsu because like, oh shit, dude, I'm hitting jiu-jitsu right now. This is so cool.
Yeah. Well, and like, I mean, like I said, like for us, like we would get to a point where we were probably like 10 to 12 months into training. It's still white belts, but like we're like learning stuff. Like we can actually do jiu-jitsu on the guys who are newer than us. But we would get to like where, like I said, it would be like a lot of stalemates. Like as you said earlier, it's very neck and neck. And like we would go like weeks or months where like no one would like submit one another. Occasionally we'd get someone here, like I'd get him there, then he'd come back and get me a couple weeks later, but like, or a day later or whatever. It'd be same class, but like very competitive. But yeah, like you said, like the whole thing is inherently kind of a little bit competitive because it's like, you know, when you practice, like you're practicing against the other dude and like you're trying to pull off a move, which means someone pulls off the move, someone doesn't. So it's just inherently competitive. So to have someone like at your exact level early on, and also this was at a time where we didn't, where I was in Kentucky, there wasn't like a lot of competitions. So like that was the fun part about it. That was like, yo, did we get to compete every class? And me and Kelly are going to go. I'm like, dude, I want to see, let's see how it goes. And then like he and I would like feast on the newer white belts. We'd be like, yeah, dude, hell yeah. Like, but we got our blue belts together. And then I want to say we trained together consistently up until he may have moved around like purple belt level. I moved a little bit after I got a purple belt, but
yeah, because you were purple when you showed up.
Well, I definitely, that was like around the time that I moved. So I definitely moved around them, but I want to say he may have moved a little bit before that and whatever, just kind of like my own personal history here. But it was awesome. It was like cool. Like we did get our belts together. We were like, fuck yeah. And there was a couple of bros, like I call it like your starting class or like your like freshman class or whatever, however you want to think about it. There were other bros, but he's just like the main guy that I had.
Yeah, because there's always a group of people that tends to show up around the same, right? Like you have like that, and it's almost like every year there's just a time when people sign up for jiu-jitsu. It's not always like New Year's or whatever, but like there's always that like time of year where it's like a bunch of people individually are like, I think I'm going to try jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, and you end up with that guy that's like you said, like Kelly.
Yeah, dude. Well, you know, it's funny. It's like now that you mentioned that, it's sort of like if you had like a start class, it's like watching the Wonder Years or like the Sandlot when like you have the picture of like the 8 guys who all started at the same time, and then like the picture fades because like these guys moved or they stopped, and there's 8 of us, and it's on to 5, then it's on to like 3, and then there's 2 of us who kept going. You know what I mean? It's like I said, Wonder Years. Or was that Sandlot? Whatever. It's probably both. But like people would like fade out of the picture.
Yeah, they would fade out of the picture as that was Sandlot. Like as they like moved away and stuff, or went to college, and and they were talking about like
Benny the Jet Rodriguez went to the bigs. But you get the idea, yeah. But like it's the same idea where it's like, all right, man, we all kind of stuck it out, and like these are that you want that, like I like that, like, hey man, he's still doing it, I'm still doing it. Let's keep doing it. Let's ride this wave. I hope they're still training.
Let's all believe that
they're still training. Yeah, I hope so.
Man.
He's a cool dude.
Like
shout out to Kelly.
Also Aries. So Aries and I actually both took our first jiu-jitsu class together.
No kidding.
Yeah. So Aries, myself, rest in peace to I'm rest in peace until I forget it. But we had another guy who trained with us. He ended up dying in a hiking accident.
Oh no.
Another dude, Josh, moved back to the Philippines. And another guy just didn't train him. We didn't go to the same gyms the whole time. Yeah. He's somewhere. He's trained somewhere in Alexandria.
This is your Wonder Years picture.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. This is my Sandlot.
Aries still trains?
Aries guy's black belt. And then, like Nick and I, he started at Nova around the same time as me. And so like, it's part of that.
Yep.
And so like they're all, shit. And Nick just got his black belt. Yep. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Nick.
And actually on that post, Aries like, now it's just, Mike's the only one left. It's just one left.
I'm coming for you guys.
I was like, oh, I'll be there. Don't worry. I got some shit to do.
I'm coming.
So he So yeah, I mean, like we had that same thing. It was like we would, and everybody kind of like had their little, Aries had his bouts with just doing Muay Thai for a while, and like everybody. But at the end of the day, like those are the dudes that when they're on the mat. Hey man, I got to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
I got these aren't going to be fun rounds.
They'll be your most competitive rounds. Yeah.
I mean, that helps a lot. I have a bunch of dudes that it's like that, and actually, there's a whole chat of where that is the entire chat. Like the chat is all of the accountability buddies because it's the thick boy chat. It's all the big guys. Because there was a time, and I know you've been to the sessions where like it's a lot of big dudes at our gym. There used to only be 2.
You guys bring them big down here, man.
I don't know where they come from.
You keep them. They come. You're like a beacon for these dudes at 5:30 in the morning.
We have a patch now. It's the Thick Boy Center of Excellence is what we're calling it. And as long as you're willing to roll with the thick boys, you're eligible. It seems to be. But so there used to be like 2-3 of these dudes, and so they started a group chat to, keep each other accountable and showing up. So they had like a training partner because it used to be mostly like small dudes, guys under 180, and so
they got forced out.
Yeah, I do think that part of it's that now there's like 10 to 12 big dudes that are there, and they're just like, dude, fuck this, I don't want to be here. But like those guys, like they're the ones I get to see them like pushing each other every day, like trying to figure out what the other person does, beat that person's thing. Like all of their questions are centered around like what dude does, right? Like, oh well. We just because you guys have had John, we've had John on the show, so I talk about him a lot because who he is. He's now a recurring character on the show.
Yeah, we're bringing him back.
But so like, well, John does this thing to me. How do I stop that? Like,
well, that wouldn't be fair to John if I just. But I will coach you.
But I will show you.
I will answer your question.
He should be here today
because he's going to ask him that. I'm going to tell him how to coach against you. So this will be fun for me.
Yeah. So I get to play a little devil's advocate in it, but like you have that person. Not only are you guys like learning together and like vying, but they're also the one exposing exposing your weak points, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, like, well, I mean, John's gonna take you down. That's maybe not a weak point.
I don't think that's a weak point for him.
If you're getting taken down by John,
that's a feature, not a bug.
Really, it's a strength if you stop him. That's just like, dude, I'm unstoppable. You can't take me down. But ah shit, John keeps putting me in this position, and he's able to just peel that. He's able to peel my arm out, or like I always end up here. And you have that person that's able to show you like that weakness, that deficiency in your game.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Sometimes though, these people aren't in the same classes as you. Sometimes you have those people that are like, they just happen to be around the same skill level and path, and maybe they go to a different class and they're the one you're compared to, or they're the one that like, that's who the head coach is going to put you with for like anything. Or like we had an in-house competition, and a few of us have like, it's like John has somebody that they always stick him with. Perry has somebody they always stick him with. And I always get stuck with one of the other coaches, but like, you have these guys that like, oh, these are your counterparts in the gym, and you guys are going to fight. But it's good. Those are good because you get to practice. You get to almost practice like competing.
Scrimmage.
When you do, it's a scrimmage, and you get to practice like, oh, well, I know what this person's game plan is. And it's almost better because these people know your game plan so well because you do train with them. You've rolled with them enough times. The guy that I usually go with, like we'll do like training sessions.
Yeah.
And
you know each other's games.
When I compete, he knows what I'm going to do. So now I have to actually do it flawlessly. Right. Yeah. And so like, there's also that's the other benefit of competing with someone else in your gym, in a fun manner, is like, oh, like I have to be crisp and flawless at this. Cause the other guy, like one of the exciting things for an actual competition is like that fear of the unknown, and like you're going out and you can know some things, but like at the end of the day, like you only know the tidbits you've seen when they've competed against somebody else. Like that's really all you can know.
Mm-hmm.
But when you've rolled with somebody dozens of times, you know what they do, you know? So there's something fun. There's additional fun to be had with that, because you either have to bring a surprise or you just gotta do your thing perfectly.
Yeah, bro, those are fun rounds, man. Well, this is like any good training environment, like you said, any like you can call it a comp class or whatever, like with your closest bros, your closest training partners, and everyone knows each other's games, and you fall into like, if that's a little different, if like it's like a morning versus an evening group, which is fun, and maybe you guys know each other's games, but you're not like perhaps as intimately aware as like you would be if it was like the morning guys know each other's games probably better.
Yeah, you're not rolling with these guys daily or training with these guys daily.
Yeah. And I just say that to say like, to your point a moment ago, you could like, and so there's enough, there's going to be some differentiation because of that might make it maybe a little more like a competition, because there's just enough of a gap that like, all right, I know this guy pretty well, but I'm not in there with him every morning, so to speak, or in this example. But either way, if it's like, let's say it was just like an internal AM competition, everyone knows each other's moves so well. We get into like these like little patterns too when we train with people all the time. Where like, let's say it's John, and you're like, yo, you know what? Like, I'm not wrestling John. I'm just not going to. Or maybe I will for a minute, but like eventually, like if I want to be like, make it a competitive round and play it like it's a sport, IBJJF rules or whatever, like I'll probably pull guard on John.
Yeah, there's an amount of damage control.
Well, yeah, I would argue that's like good strategy.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, okay, fight where he's strong or fight where he's on paper weak, and think I'll go with the latter.
Yeah.
Fight where he's strong, where he's stronger. So like I just say that to say like we get into like patterns with people we know really well, but kind of like, because you know how they operate, you know how you operate. So like you do, like you said, you either execute flawlessly, or what I like to do in situations like that every once in a while with guys who just know me so damn well. So I just change the variables up. It's like I start to operate a little bit differently. Even if I'm going to try to do the thing that they know I want to do, I'll just do it slightly differently with like different timing, different range or whatever. And that's just, and I think it's fun. Like it's a fun challenge to like learn how to adjust your tactics against people who just know you backwards and forwards in enough of a way. Like that's a different type of challenge. To have to try to overcome that like objective of like, man, me and Eric or me and whoever, me and Mike, he's already aware. So like, excuse me, if I want to pull this off or pull off something different, ideally, I'm going to have to alter a variable, because like you get to like, you put in so many hours with these bros, and it's like, if you keep including the same ingredients, like you're going to end up with like similar outcomes, and nothing wrong with that. But like in like this scrimmage environment I'm talking about, where you're like, all right, me and Eric are going to do a competitive round now. Like someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. Like, crap. He knows everything. Not only does he know everything that I do, he can do everything I can do just as well. Some things probably better. So time to mix it up a little bit, you know, like time to like,
good thing I've been secretly practicing this one move.
Yeah. Or just like, sometimes it's just like altering the way you execute a move. And I think there's a skill to learning how to like assess the adjustments and make the adjustment to like, just mix up the ingredients a little bit.
Well, and it's actually, and you talked about the patterns, right? Like if you roll with the same people, you'll find that like you basically, it's almost like running through a script sometimes, right? Like, all right,
well said.
They are going to sit down. They pull guard because that's where they're that's where they're going to be the best. All right, well, I'm going to knee cut to the right. Then after I knee cut to the right, I end up in side control. After I end up in side control, I'm going to look for dorsal. That doesn't work. I take the back, and then there's almost like it sometimes can feel.
You said script is perfect. Script is perfect. And they know that you're going to do all that.
And they know you're going to do it. So like sometimes that's, it's hard to do the script, but that's just, if that's your game plan, right? Like that's your game. You literally get to play your game against someone who knows it and is resisting it. But sometimes it forces you, because they'll get good enough at stopping it.
Mm-hmm.
It forces you to to try something different. Well, now I have, he's stopping my knee cut to the right. Maybe I'll knee cut to the left this time.
There you go.
They don't expect me to do that. They don't know what to do when I lead with my right leg, like little things like that. And like, it almost like forces you to do the different thing. Like you said, like do it a little bit different. And then all of a sudden the entire roll is different because you don't know how to hit that other move from that side, right? Like, oh shit, like I really only know how to get to, I use that one back take from when I go to the right, but like my dumb brain doesn't work when I do it to the left.
I think it's like their defensive paradigm for you is based upon you behaving a certain way and you're like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this time. That might discombobulate them and they'll be like, crap, you got me.
Yeah. And
I thought you were going to go left. You went right. Crap, dude.
Well,
cool. Good job.
And it'll change the sequence of events because their defenses will be different. Like you said, like the defensive paradigm changes. Like the way they react when you go one way is going to be different than the way you react when they react when you do a new thing. Yeah. Now all of a sudden you're having to go through a whole new chain of events.
And there's something to this, which is that people listen, there's a skill in taking the initiative. It's maintaining the initiative of action enough such that you can lead your training partner, in this case, call him opponent for the day, for the moment, for the 5-minute round or whatever. Like lead your opponent with unexpected data rather than what they are prepared to face. And like if you can like that's a skill. I mean, the better you get at that, the less thinking you have to apply when you do it. Because like this game doesn't reward slow thinking, especially when you're going with a guy who knows you really well. Like they'll come after you. They're used to what you do, so they also have their offense and defense prepared for you. So yeah, like you if you can dial in on that skill of being agile mentally, physically, ideally too, but agile mentally to pivot, do something different. And then you got to execute it. But if you can pull that off, like that's a pretty sophisticated skill. That's why, like you said, like these internal comps could be like some of the toughest things. If you do this stuff frequently enough, and I like that you guys are doing that. I recommend a lot of people to do that. Like if you get good at that, like that'll make you so prepared for when you go into a competition where someone like you may still be able to pull off. Like you do this enough times and like a fun competitive training with really good training partners, your A game is going to feel like a knife through butter in a tournament.
Well, and one of the hardest things, like practicing your skill, your techniques, right? Like your moves is easier than like getting to practice those things that like simulated rounds, all of that, right? That you get with practicing tactics and those like funnels. Cause there's no way to you can't just drill tactics. You can't just drill funnels. And like even in the CLA realm, like you're not really drilling tactics. You sort of, but not really. Cause like the games, you're figuring out how to exist within exchanges. You're practicing exchanges. That's what you're doing in CLA, despite whatever.
Continue. I'm with it. I'm tracking.
But when you have these, I think the encounters between you and someone who knows what you're going to do, rather than you're not really, in a way you are practicing the technique, but more so you're practicing the skills and tactics around it that allow you to execute the technique. It's more of like, all right, well, you're getting more into your setups and all of that because they know what you're going to do. I'm going to use the knee cut as an example just because it's an easy one, but like they know you're going to knee cut. That's how you always pass their guard. You know you're going to knee cut because that's the way that their guard gets passed. Like that is the opening you create. But because they know that that's going to happen, they can almost camp and wait for that knee cut, right? Like they can just have
steer you towards it. Yeah.
They'll put you in position to do it because they know you're going to do it, and they know I can frame on this and I'll just re-guard after, like whatever their tactic, their move is going to be. So you have to actually be tactical in how you have to actually practice the way that you're going to approach the knee cut. You have to hide the knee cut in this case because they know it's coming every single time. So you're getting to practice a skill instead of a technique here. Like you said, like you were talking about the skill, like it's skill development. And rather than, oh, I'm just going to blast this knee cut, now that they know it's coming, all right, well, they know I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to approach, set up one thing. I have to change this. Like this battle is the battle for that underhook or for that inside control is a better term for it or whatever. Like now you're going to actually probably also develop additional technique around it, but those funnels to your go-to techniques are going to get even better because you have someone who knows you're going to do them. Which, you know, like kind of a little long wordy version of saying it, but you know, because someone knows what you're going to do, you're going to get, I mean, those reps are going to be worth, similar to in competition, those reps are going to be worth a hell of a lot more just because that person knows you're going to do it. Versus the opposite where somebody wants, that person absolutely doesn't want you to do it in competition. This person knows you're going to do it and they know how
you're going to do it. They're going to know when it's strong, when it's weak. Yeah.
And you know, there's
value in this.
There's value. That person's going to keep you honest on it a lot more than someone who doesn't know.
You betcha.
As well. So, you know.
So we love that. We love the competitive training environment. All in good fun. People push each other. Like make it competitive. Smile afterwards. Knuckle each other. Be happy when the other dude does something well. But be competitive.
Yeah.
Tell him you're going to get him next time.
Tell him you're going to get him. Yeah. And then do
high five and knuckles, and then do
high five and knuckles. Do it again.
Do it again.
Over and over and over again. And then, you know, it's also fun to come up with the secret moves.
Yeah, like, I still think you have to do that.
You have to come up with that thing that like you practice when they're not around.
When you coach everyone too, man, like everyone figures your shit out, and you know they're gunning for your ass. Like they're so you always have to stay a step ahead of them. You always have to have like it could be secret. It could be like, all right, well, I've showed you all every move that I have, but like, what's the next thing that I can ambush you with so that like keep you all,
or you save the counter for like 3 classes later so that you guys know the move, but I know the move that stops the move. Just so that you can keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
And then eventually they just get better than you.
It's an eternal game of cat and mouse. Yeah, I mean, exactly. They will, because that's the thing. Like, I mean, like you'll teach them and they'll get better at it than you. And you're like, that's good. And you're like, fuck yeah. All right, well, I guess I've done my job. But
like, this is
part
awesome.
of my job is to keep, like, God damn it, man, I can't do any of my shit anymore because I showed you all and you guys are good at it. Fuck. All right, what's the next thing I can do to like, you know, for what it's worth, like your ability to do that and like, make other people as good or better than you at it, like that's a really good skill. So like you could probably do that with a new move too.
Yeah.
And then keep them chasing you. Then they'll be like, then they'll have to spend weeks or a month or more, or maybe less if they're pretty competent, and keep them chasing that next thing. Just keep leading the witness. Keep maintaining the initiative. Change the game. Be like, no, we don't do knee cuts anymore. Now I do. Sit back. I'm gonna heel hook you.
Yeah, I only do leg stuff now. Oh.
And then you can go back to the knee cut after you've kind of tricked them into thinking like, well, I only do heel hooks now.
So, yeah, we're pulling guard now. We're guard pullers now. And then I'll start taking them down and like lure them into not wrestling for a while.
Yeah.
Well, like so
keep them on a loop.
I had a guy. This is slightly different, but like similar to what you were just saying there. I had a guy that he started around the same time I went to Battlefield for the first time. So like his beginning at Battlefield and his beginning jiu-jitsu and my beginning at Battlefield kind of started at the same time. He's roughly my size, which was hard. It's hard to find at Battlefield. I mean, they're all so big. Heavyweights. If you want training partners, I have them. I have them for you.
Yeah.
But so so he just by default ends up being like one of my training partners because he's my size. And so now he like knows everything I do because that's what he learned, and like that's all like his exposure to jiu-jitsu is just like my weird funky jiu-jitsu, right? So like he just knows what I'm gonna do now. It's like shit, I'm this like blue this blue belt who like just knows my game.
It's good. Sounds like a good training partner.
It's good. But it's just like shit, dude.
Switch it up.
Yeah. So and I'll joke
now
with
you pull
the guys.
guard, Mike. Now you pull guard.
Yeah. I joke with the guys that like I only know like a couple things. Everything else I just make up, and that might piss them off a little bit. They're like, yeah, I don't know. I just do like 3 moves, and everything else I just kind of, I don't know, I make it up when I'm rolling.
You're like, shit, he's not even trying. God damn it.
Yeah, I think that's why they got a little, I said that at breakfast yesterday, and they were like, They're like, whatever. I'm like, well,
awesome.
sorry, dude. Like, I don't know. I just kind of do shit. I know ideally I know how shit moves. I know how to choke people. I just kind of do shit that seems like it's going to do it. And it works. Yeah. But so I'll joke with it. They're like, you know all the moves. I'm like, no, dude, like I just have to come up with new shit to show you because I run out too fast.
Yeah.
I showed you that did a month on the Kimura and now I'm out of shit to do.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah. Like I gotta come up with new moves now. I gotta go see Sensei YouTube. And
that's it.
Come find something that works off of there.
Check in with Master YouTube.
Yeah. Or, it's advanced class today. We're going to do this weird, we're going to do Barambolos, shit like that. So, yeah, dude.
Combat confessions.
So this is a shorter concept today. So, just quick summary on it before we get into the combat confessions for today. This is a good one. But quick summary. It was a quicker episode. We have a longer combat confession today. It's a fun story. But the summary for today, stick with your battle buddies. That competition, internal competition, it's going to really pay dividends in the long run. These are the guys that are going to keep you training. You're going to keep them training, and like having these guys that you're, day in and day out, battling it out with, bleeding on the mat, sweating on the mat. I mean, hopefully you clean up after you do those things, but whatever. But these are the guys that like, at the end of the day, when you're both getting your black belts and you guys have been really hitting it hard for 10 plus years, however long it takes you to get there, these are your guys, right? These are the guys that made you better, who built you. Like, that's your dude, that's your battle buddy. So you need one of those. Real quick, guys, if you're enjoying the show, pop over to our website, www.fdcpodcast.com. We've got weekly blog posts that expand on all the show topics. There's a newsletter as well. You can sign up for all of that for free. And if you're really enjoying the show, show us some support. Click that coffee button or the donate tab. Like, subscribe, review. Now back to the show. That's the concept for the day. Now for our combat confession.
I'm so ready, bro.
I've been building this up to Scott.
You have, man. I don't know what he's going to talk about, guys.
So
this is the way we like it.
This comes via the group chat, and I normally keep things in the group chat, but this one was too good to. This one I got permission to.
I was going to say, you got express written permission.
I got express written permission.
And I believe even mentioned the dude's name. I could be wrong.
He said he'd go for it. He said he doesn't care if I say his name. So this is from our good friend, AJ. He's asked questions on the show before. And this was at 9:30 p.m. last night. We get this text message. Story time. I had a couple of drinks at a house party, and I'm quoting here, and a brown douche, by the way, AJ is Pakistani, so he's just, whatever that's worth. And a brown douche heard I do BJJ and started talking shit and saying he could take me. AJ's a white belt, just to also add more context here. Couple of minutes of shit talking, we start rolling. Rear naked choke. He started tapping, and I go, nah, this is street rules. And the motherfucker passed out. And then my wife yelled at me.
That's probably good.
And now there's additional on this.
Oh.
A little more breakdown of the events. He says, and I quote, I shot a shitty double, took him down with zero effort, mount, gift wrap, just kind of held it there and looked at him like, come on, do something. Then I took his back and I
choked him out,
sunk in the rear naked. I'm going to correct his grammar here, and sunk in a rear naked choke. So yeah, I mean,
this was at his house.
This was at someone's, by the way, housewarming party. He's at someone else's housewarming party and gets in a fight with some dude. Just gets in a jiu-jitsu match with some random dude. I jokingly.
Why don't you go first? Because you know him.
Yeah. So like I jokingly said, to him afterwards, I was like, bro, there's cops in this chat. You can't be talking about assaulting somebody. Yeah. But few extra little things on here. He is blaming all of us for being bad influences on him because, I don't know, choking people and stuff, I guess. Apparently the dude left immediately, and then he stuck around. AJ stuck around and had 3 more drinks afterwards. And he also says that he was so annoyed because he made him pass him out in front of his girlfriend, the other guy's girlfriend. So dude was there with his girlfriend.
Yo, AJ punked this guy.
Dude, AJ punked this dude.
That's
so like
ruthless.
Pretty badass. That was pretty cool. But like you for that guy, like, yeah, you can't stick around after getting fucking choked out in front of everybody.
He choked him out in front of his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And everybody at this housewarming party.
That's tough.
So
hold on. Let's
yes.
Time out for a second. AJ's version of the story. What was AJ's comment on the setup? The guy was talking shit.
Yeah. So he said the dude was basically, I guess, like, I don't know. I assume AJ was talking to someone about doing jiu-jitsu. Like, that would be the pre-events, right? And then this dude, hold up. There's drinks involved also, by the way, guys. People are drinking.
Everyone's judgment, including AJ's. I know you're here to listen to this, dude. This is my perspective. Your judgment's also suspect. But
yeah.
I'm just going to say it. Continue.
Yeah, like,
we're talking drinks here, brother. It's okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, I had 3 more afterwards. I mean, I'm not judging.
So the other dude, I'm
just saying drinks are flowing on
in AJ's
sides.
Words, the brown douche, as AJ said. I don't know why he had to bring skin color into this, AJ.
It's too late. He did it.
No, you did it.
Big deal.
It was you. But so the dude heard he did BJJ and then came up and started talking shit to AJ, allegedly, which I guess means is probably like the cliche, right? Like, your jiu-jitsu won't work on me. I'm a street fighter type of shit, right?
One would assume.
I assume that's
something like that.
Yeah. I was hoping he would have been there this morning, but enough drinks were had that I assume this was last night, dude.
Oh, breaking news.
This is breaking news. I was hoping he would have been there this morning.
Jiu-jitsu wins again.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu wins again.
Turns out it does work.
But so yeah, the guy, I guess, heard he did jiu-jitsu somehow. I'm guessing they all have mutual friends at this housewarming party, right? Like,
I would assume so.
You have mutual friends if you're at a housewarming party, assumedly. Maybe not. If it's in the neighborhood, maybe just walk in, dude. But
Who knows?
So somebody that this other dude talked to must have told him, oh yeah, like the AJ guy, he does jiu-jitsu.
Do you think the other guy was like new? He was like, hey, this guy will talk some shit. This will be fun.
Yeah.
Hey man, that guy does jiu-jitsu. You should go totally pick a fight.
Yeah. He was like, you should go fight AJ. Yeah, I hear he's new.
He was saying his jiu-jitsu would definitely work specifically on you.
Yeah, he said that he could kick your ass.
He called you a brown guy.
Yeah, he said it in a really derogatory fashion.
It was weird,
too.
but whatever.
Yeah, it was really weird. He was like, it was kind of racist.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why, I guess.
Okay,
dude. The dude basically challenged. So what
the guy said? The guy he goes, your jiu-jitsu won't work on me. Is that what he said?
Yeah. So the dude said, well, he said that saying he could take him. He said, I could take you. So he was saying he could beat up AJ.
Got it.
Yeah, which AJ's strong as shit, by the way. So he weighs now he's on a cut. He's weighing about 200 pounds, but he's like fucking strong. Because he lifts. He's one of those dudes who like lifts all the time. So he's strong. I guess his highest deadlift was like 600 for 3 or something like that. Pretty strong dude.
Strong.
I don't know what I assume he benches a lot because it seems like he does a lot of upper body. Wink, wink, AJ. But yeah, I mean, but yeah. So he's also strong as shit. So like, it's not like he's like some
blast double
white belt nerd.
Let's walk through the fight.
So blast double.
Okay.
Straight to mount.
Okay.
Then, well, it was a shitty double, he says. It was a terrible double leg, according to AJ. to mount, then he gift wraps him, takes it back, rear naked choke.
Damn, and he wouldn't respect.
And he held him in the gift wrap for a while. And then
didn't respect the tap.
The guy was tapping. He said, "Nah, street rules and
housewarming rules, bro."
Yeah, it was a house.
What do you think the homeowner was thinking? Do you think they're like, who invited this fucking guys?
They're like, fuck, dude, they're probably just like, man, I got all this
Don't hit the furniture.
I just bought all of this.
Or do you think they were like, this is what the basement was for? We wanted basement fights.
So, I'll show you his like clip. It's not the actual
fight. You got a video?
No, it's not. Dude, he doesn't have one. I wish someone had a video. I would show you that. But I'll show you the clip of this nice house. But so while it's a nice place. Like this isn't a person's brand new.
So they were like in the backyard. I guess
nice house. Maybe they were in the backyard. Maybe they're in that little like kiddie pool there in the background. There's like a little did AJ, you were Jello wrestling, bro. I'm on to you. But he sent this video after I was like, dude, but he lives in a nice like neighborhood. Like these people, like these are nice houses. And so I was like, dude, I'm imagining you were brought along to like a wine and cheese party for like your wife's book club or something. And like all of a sudden you and this dude are just like fighting. And he sends me this video. I'm like, yeah, like I feel kind of validated about what I said. But yeah, dude, like kind of cool though. a bunch of the other guys in the chat.
What did they say? What was the chat?
One dude says your wife may be mad, but deep down she liked it.
Okay. Perhaps.
Another dude says AJ fucking up some family's housewarming party.
Yep. Yeah.
My Ohio boys were asking if anyone there was also from Ohio.
Awesome.
They also asked to be introduced to this guy's now probably ex-girlfriend.
1000%. Yeah. We're going to get to that in a second. 1000%.
The dude's wife will never look at him the same. AJ says, good, fuck that guy.
That's okay.
Big John says that AJ emasculated some dude in front of his wife, and he is proud because, as you know, John wants to beat people up in front of their families and loved ones. So John absolutely stamps the approval on there.
Okay.
One person says AJ showed us why he's not signed up for the Virginia Open, to which he says, dude, if I can show up and drink some booze before walking on the mat, it's a go. And I said, dude, you can absolutely rip shots before I don't care. If it gets you to go out
Maybe he should do the Virginia Open.
Yeah, he should do the Virginia Open.
Maybe he should do the Virginia Open.
Rip some shots and do it, bro.
Shots or not, he should do the Virginia Open.
And yeah, like that. I mean, that's the events from
the
the
squad
chat.
was fired up.
The squad was pretty fired up about it. It was 9:30 p.m. AJ did talk some shit on somebody else this morning. He was like, "You've just gotten soft," and so they're like, "Dude, you're feeling yourself because of last night, aren't you?" But yeah, it was. I mean, I'm happy for AJ. I think he needed that because Jesus Christ, I think he needed that. My boom just exploded for some reason. And my boom went boom. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's above the he's in the thick boy weight limit. He's above that 200 pounds. So like he has to, sometimes he's cordoned off to go with the guys who are like 250 pounds. So I think, he probably felt pretty good about hopping in there. But you got some takes. I know you do.
I do believe he feels good about it.
Yeah.
I do believe he feels good about it.
I mean,
I can see that.
I've got receipts here.
Yes. First of all, man, so the other guy just stormed off. He left the party.
He left the party.
I mean, he had to.
I mean, you can't call somebody out and then stick around the party, right? Like
No. Yeah, for sure.
Especially after allegedly instigating this.
Yeah. Brutal. Yeah. I've got too much to say.
I want to hear it. What do you have to? What words do you have for AJ?
AJ, you should go compete in the Virginia Open.
Yeah.
How often is AJ training?
AJ trains 2 to 3 times a week.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
pretty
enough.
good. That's pretty good. Yeah, he should go compete.
Yeah, he should compete.
I think you should go compete, AJ.
Is this going to come out in time? Maybe I'll preview this episode to him.
Yeah, you tell him.
Or
he'll hear it. Yeah, he should go compete.
I'll text him after this. I'll text him right after this that he should compete, because this is probably going to come out. Actually, this will probably come out the week of the Virginia Open.
Yeah,
when I'm doing my math in my head.
Yeah.
It'll come out. I think it might come out after the deadline to sign up. So I'll make sure to let him know. Yeah, dude. I guess he has you just need to get a couple sakis in him. That is his drink of choice. So we need to get him a couple sakis in him, and then
take his shirt off.
Take his shirt off and just like,
fight.
bro, go out there in just your gi and fight this dude.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
He should do ADCC. Dude, so he can take his shirt off.
That'd be pretty badass.
They would probably like it that he had a couple drinks before too. That's like on brand.
They'd be like, dude, you're a little drunk. Fuck yeah, get out here and let's battle.
Yeah, dude. Don't be
throw some. Just go. Make sure you go into the crowd a lot.
Don't be afraid to roll into the crowd. Yeah, that's
smash a couple tables while you're at it. We have a guy. We have a table guy, so you know.
AJ, you're a wild card.
Yeah,
you are a wild card. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, he was talking shit to John too.
What?
I'm like scrolling through the group chat. I missed a few messages here. Oh, dude, someone was saying that AJ should have ripped a dude's knee apart. That's a little much. AJ, I think you honestly choking someone out, as long as they don't die. But the choke is usually the better option, because like if you break someone's arm, like you will be liable for some damages. This week,
AJ, you're not invited to my housewarming party.
You can't. Scott doesn't want that. Doesn't want that.
Dog. No.
Yeah, you might. If you hurt that, if that dude's actually hurt, you might have triggered some homeowners insurance for these new people. They might have to use that liability.
I think it'll work out. It sounds like that other guy probably doesn't want to relive this scenario, if I had to guess. I mean, that relationship's over, right?
Oh, dude, that dude's
the girlfriend?
Oh, he's totally single now. I mean, I almost insinuate that like she might be AJ's girlfriend now. She has to work that out with his wife.
She does.
But you know, like I think technically,
right by might,
he has some form of custody. Not that like women aren't objects you don't own, but like he now has the option. How about this? He now has the option to pursue her should he desire, which I don't recommend. AJ, stay with your wife, please.
1000%.
But you know,
yeah. I mean, by right of conquest. Yeah,
yeah. You know, that's the way it goes.
Okay.
So
hell yeah.
So yeah, that was coming. That was a nice juicy one for you guys.
AJ, go compete in the Virginia Open, please, dude.
We'll get AJ to compete in the Virginia Open. So if you see a buff Pakistani dude ripping shots in the parking lot, leave him alone.
That's it.
He's got business to attend to.
He's gonna get you.
But yeah, guys, this has been Fire Stream Coffee. That was the Combat Confessions.
That was a good one. You were right. That was a good one.
It was a good one. If any more information comes up on this, I will provide updates, by the way. I'm sure I will get more. And yeah, if I get more updates, we will provide them on the show, because this is fun. If a lawsuit ensues, I'll make sure you guys know about it.
Okay.
If all of a sudden this guy's girlfriend starts living in AJ's basement, you know,
you'll be the first to know.
You'll be the first ones to know here on Fire Drinking Coffee.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, that was Combat Confessions. That was Fire Drinking Coffee. That was a quick blast of, you know, internal competition, and then almost equally as much time on our Combat Confession today. You know, if you guys get into fights at parties,
we'll shout you out.
I want to know about it. So hit me up if you guys get into any fights at a party. And to do that, go to www.fdcpodcast.com. Contact us page. Click on that microphone if you want to leave us a voicemail. That would actually be even more fun. So if you do that, that would be cool. I'll play it on the show. We'll, you know, everybody will hear your wonderful voice and your wonderful stories. And yeah, guys, that's Fire Drinking Coffee. We love you. Bye.